Okay, so we got a bit of comic news I wanted to talk about because it sounded cool, but like at the same time, this could totally go off kilter at the same time. So let's talk about Batman Reptilian. So Batman Reptilian is a new six-issue miniseries from DC Black Label that is of course a Batman story. And if you figured from the title of Reptilian, you probably know who the other character is. Yeah, a Killer Croc story. First off, when's the last time we had a Killer Croc centric story from DC? In anything from DC? Don't worry, I'll wait. Anyway, so yeah, So Batman Reptilian. Sorry, I just lost my I blinked out there for a second. Anyway, so let's talk about Batman Reptilian. So this comic will be written by Garth Ennis, more on that in a minute, and artwork by Liam Sharp, who is a fantastic artist. And the story will be centered around it's set in Black Label, so it won't have any continuity. So in this comic, what is going on is that Batman's villains are being hunted by a new predator running around. Not like the Predator, but like a new predator running around in Gotham and hunting them. And it's somehow connecting to Killer Croc. And Batman and Croc's paths are on a collision course in this story. So, yeah, let's talk about Garth Ennis in this. Let's talk about Garth Ennis right now. So yeah, Garth Ennis is doing a DC comic. It's been a while since he's worked at DC. And as we all know, Garth Ennis is not the biggest fan of superheroes. Let's be real. He does not have any love for a superhero comic. Look no further than The Boys. But you got to understand that Ennis, even though he hates superheroes, he can do a damn fine job on superheroes. And obviously, obviously, it being a Black Label comic means that we're going to go full bloody gore, probably some nudity. And it's also going to be this is going to be a horror story, and Ennis is no stranger to horror comics, because he has done Crossed, which will make you throw up. I'm not even joking. That comic is sick. So he's done horror before, and it's always nice to see a Batman horror story, plus the added addition of having Killer Croc be a major focus in here is really cool. Like I said, one of the things that I've been Killer Croc is usually teeters between Croc and Penguin as my favorite Batman villains of all time. So to see Croc get a lot of get the spotlight in here is really exciting to me. But at the same time, Garth Ennis can be really shitty and petty when it comes to superhero stories. So but then again, this is out of continuity, so I will forgive. This is going to be an out of continuity comic, so I'm just going to be a little more forgiving about it. But at the same time, I'm Ennis, you are a good writer. I can't deny that, but you can be you can be shitty when you want to be. On the other hand, though, he does seem to have as much as he hates superheroes, he seems to have some kind of respect for the art, when he was writing for... and this isn't the first time Ennis has written for DC. Obviously, one of the big things for him was his 90s comic Hitman, which actually had a very touching story with Superman in one of those issues. So, yeah, he does have, he does, as shitty as he could be. Look no further than The Boys for his, intolerance for superheroes. At the same time, at least he knows, hey, I know when to restrain myself. So, but this is an alternate universe comic, so we're probably going to get a lot more, a more psychotic Batman, which I would not be shocked from Ennis's writing. So that wouldn't shock me in the least if we had a psychotic Batman in this story. It would also stand to reason that we're probably going to see Croc rip someone's head off or eat somebody, or a lot of people. But I'm curious, how this is all going to tie in with Batman and Croc, of this new kind of hunter killing off Batman villains. And since this is alternate universe, we're probably going to see some villains die. So I have no doubt we're going to see some villains get horribly mangled. But yeah, in a preview, we do see what looks like Two-Face getting knocked off. So there is that. But again, alternate universe, it's cool. But yeah, I'm interested. I mean, yeah, Ennis can be a divisive writer or creator for most people, but at the same time, like a Black Label comic that's going to focus on Killer Croc as one of the main focus. I haven't had that in decades, so let me have this. Yeah, it's really hard to find good Croc stories, so to have one would be nice. That's all I'm asking, is like have a fun Croc story. Anyway, so this comic comes out in June. I believe they said June 22nd. It'll be a 6-issue miniseries. I want to get this in trade. I want to pick this up in trade and want to write and really read it. It should be fun. I'm excited. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of Batman Reptilian? Are you guys excited? Do you want to pick it up monthly or in trade? What are you guys' thoughts on Garth Ennis doing a Batman story? He has done them before. I don't think he's had I don't think he's done like a mini series. He's done like little stories here and there, but nothing like too serious. Anyway, so once again, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I will see you next time in the multiverse.